Deshaun Speaks Now, episode 2. Actually, might just be episode 1. We're going with the flow. Today, we are talking about joy in the storm. This one, y'all. Joy in the storm. Something that I constantly ask myself, what does it mean to be joy in the storm? What does joy even mean to be in the storm? If the storm is keep raging in my life, how can I find joy? What is even joy in that time of a storm? But we're going to walk through it today. We're going to walk through the storms of life, the joy that I choose to bring to the storm of life, instead of collapsing in the circumstances of the storm. So when you think of a storm, you're thinking of rain, thunder, lightning, right? All those things. Lightning, boom, boom, all around you. Thunder, boom, boom. I just made lightning sounds, boom, boom. Get the flow. But even then, I can make light of that situation in that storm, making those different noises, but it goes back to joy in the storm. I choose what my storm looks like. I choose how I make my storm 10 times worse, or I choose to make my storm for me. Like I said, a storm is a storm, but a storm is something that is still going to happen regardless of anything in our lives. It's raining, it's thunder, it's lightning. I'm standing here and I'm already in my head and I'm already upset visibly. There's a storm in my life that I go through, and it's a storm that I constantly remind myself that I'm not living in, but truly I am living in it. It's a storm that I don't love myself enough, and it's a storm of letting others rob me of that. Because when I don't love myself, others, and others pour love into me, am I truly being able to receive that love properly? The storms of life. Thunder, rain, lightning. Lightning strikes in front of me. I can choose to walk around it, or I can choose to stand right under it and be like, hit me. But that's not what the storm is designed for. The storm is for you to realize that the situations on your measures are not for you to collapse in. It is for you to live, to stand in who you are. Find peace in that storm. Don't let the storm define you. Let's walk. I'm looking around. It's dark. It's super, super dark. I hear the rain. I hear the thunder. Lightning. I'm walking. Lightning strikes beside me. I get startled. I stand and I don't want to move because I'm so planted in the circumstances that I am living in. I'm scared. What's next? Don't move. Don't move, Deshaun. Don't move. You don't need to move right now. You're perfectly fine. The storm will just fly over. Lightning hits on the other side. Oh, I got to move, but I'm too scared to move. The wind is strong. Suddenly I get a push. Oh. Open my eyes. I'm not planted. I'm not planted where I was. Oh, I don't like this. This is uncomfortable. The storm is raging too loudly for me, but I'm standing in who I am. I'm standing right here, right now, to tell you that the storm is going to last as long as you make it last. Because when you don't stand for who you are, when you stand to live in them circumstances, you begin to wonder, is there really joy on the other side of this storm? No, the joy is you right now in the midst of that storm. The wind pushed me. I'm opening my eyes now and I'm seeing that, wow, This whole time, it was super dark. It's still dark. It's still dark. But my eyes are open now. So what is available for me in this moment? Right now, I can choose to stand up and be like, you know what? The storm is for me. When I start walking like the storm is for me, it's a whole different storm, because lightning, thunder, rain can come, hell can even come, but I'm still right here, right now, saying, you know what? The storm is for me. Lightning strikes right beside you, in front of you. What are you doing? Still walking. Because the storm is perfectly designed in the moment that when you close your eyes, the storm is going to be scary. But when you open your eyes and see the joy of the storm, the possibilities, the things that you have around you, who can stop you from finding joy in that storm? The joy of a storm is the joy that is within inside of you. What does joy mean to you, Deshaun? Well, joy means Jesus, others, and you. Jesus, I found my way back to Jesus when I was in the darkest part of my storm. I was allowed to open my eyes to see what was available for me. But I took that literally, and I walked through my storm, and now every time I walk through a storm, I sometimes remember that the storm it's not against me. I'm the joy of my own storm. So when I rob myself of my joy, my love, my creativity, my courageousness, I'm robbing myself of everything that the storm is coming to destroy. But Jesus is perfectly designed for me, for us, because Jesus is the way back to who I am. I am perfectly made in his image. Others, having that support system around me, that when the storm comes, they are standing beside me or behind me in the midst of their own storm, because they care about me. Not because they say they care about you, because they actually truly show that they care about you. Who in your life do you know actually cares about you, that you can 100% know will stand in the storm with you? Think about that. Why? J-O-Y. We did joy, we did Jesus, others, why? When I look at the why, the first question that comes to mind, well, why am I finding joy in this storm? Maybe you don't need to look at it as why. Maybe you need to look at it from you. Why is the storm designed perfectly for you? See, our lives is like a storm automatically, with the circumstances of everything that goes around. But the storm does not take itself from you and go to someone else and say, well, done with them. They found their joy. They found their selves in the midst of the storm. My job's done. Pack up. Let's move to the next person. No, the storm stays with you. But the storm now works beside you. Think of it like this: a tree. A tree in a storm, branches are breaking off, heavy wind, rain. The tree is constantly going through something, but the tree still stands tall, still stands, still is rooted in the ground for its purpose. Well, Deshaun, what's the purpose of the tree? I don't know. You tell me what the purpose of the tree is. But the tree still stands tall and still rooted in the ground, no matter what is happening around him. But when I stand tall in who I am, a powerful, joyful, courageous leader, what storm can stop me? The only storm that is stopping me is myself. But then I start to ask those why questions, but maybe I need to stop asking why and look at myself and be like, you are the reason that my storm keeps collapsing. Because I don't want to find the joy in my storm. I just want to ask the why questions of why this is happening to me. But maybe it's happening for you. Maybe the storm is needed right now for you to see that there's so much more than just collapsing in it. than just using other people to be like, you know what, you're not serving me in my storm, you're just making my storm worse. But when you stand tall, when you stand planted as a tree, the tree doesn't just break. Lightning, sure, thunder can spark that tree, break the tree in half. The tree can grow back because there's still its seeds planted in that ground. But when you stand planted in who you are in your storm, thunder, lightning, boom, right next to me. What if I said in my storm, you know what, lightning, let's go, let's tangle. Let's do this. When I start walking in my storm, lightning, boom, right here. See how I use my power? Boom, right here. I'm using lightning to work with me. Boom, right here. Rain is coming, shielding my face. Open your eyes. Stand tall in the rain. Embrace it. Show that no matter what rain throws at you, you are still here. When hail comes, oh, gotta cover my head, no. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. But don't let the hurt overpower who you are. Don't let the hurt determine when you collapse. Stand tall. Use it against it. Because there's light at the end of your storm. But I can't find the light if I'm constantly telling myself I am not love. I can't find the light if I constantly remind myself that there's nothing on the other side of the storm. But when I stand up and I look, taking the hits, thunder, boom, lightning, pew, rain. We all know Kirk Franklin. Rain down on me. But I'm taking the things that are in my life. The lightning's working. The lightning is working with me. Boom, here. The thunder is just another loud thing in the back of my head telling me what I can and cannot do. But you know what? I'm telling the thunder what I can do and what I will do, because when people hear my thunder, they know who I am. The rain is just another thing clearing every single thing that blocked me. It is washing me of who I used to be. But now I know that when I stand, that when that wind comes to push me, the wind is not pushing me because the wind's not pushing me because it wants to push me. It's pushing me because it sees something greater for me. See, there's things in our lives that we see, but we don't want it. But the things that happen for our lives push us toward it. So what if I stand? That wind push gave me that one big push. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for that. Stand up. Stand up. Say, you know what? Thanks, wind. You working with me now? Let's go. Now you have the wind working with you, lightning with you, thunder's in the back showing people that you are ready to roar. That's the joy of the storm. Using the storm as a way to tell yourself, you know what, the things that are happening in my life are happening for me and working for me. And if I continue to stand in who I am, there's joy in the storm. Because there's peace within inside of me. There's love. There's an abundance of possibilities in me. But I'd rather collapse in the storm. So my question to you today is, will you continue to collapse in your storm, or will you stand up and tell the storm, you know what? My time is now. Let's go wind. Let's go lightning. Let's go thunder. Remember, there's joy in the storm. There's joy in you. Because without you, this world would not be where it is. Thank you for tuning in to the next episode of Deshaun Speaks Now. Remember, the storm is working for you.